Okay, what's up, everybody? It's Keefy, and you are watching our 5-minute review of the brand new Foo Fighters album, But Here We Are. Came out, it's out now everywhere in the world. Intended for this to come out earlier in the day. Got the review music this afternoon, binge listened to it extensively, wrote a review. You can read it now at the link in the description at ghostcoldmag.com. We did one of these yesterday for Event Sevenfold. We tried to do the big album reviews, and yeah, this is a heavy one for anybody that's a fan of Foo Fighters. If you're not a fan of Foo Fighters, come back in about 15 minutes, and we'll be doing our weekly news live stream of everything else in the world of music. But I thought I would jump on first while the album is still brand new and just share my take on all our streaming platforms. Thanks for being here. We appreciate everyone. That's the format. I give a little backstory. I give them heart of an album review in 5 minutes or less, or I try to, and then we wrap things up. So we're going to try. We went a little long yesterday because I felt like the Avenged Sevenfold story needed a lot longer intro. I'm going to try to be a little shorter today based on some fan critiques. We do read and listen to every comment, so thank you for your comments. Everybody, I'm going to take a sip of this non-sponsored Liquid Death. They are an affiliate partner of Ghost Cult, Severed Lime, for those who are curious. I had the new Red Can one. It's like Felon Melon or Melon Felon or something. It's pretty fun. Delicious one. But I got this lime to pass the time. So let's see how we do. Add the clock, but I'm not ready to do it yet. So I'll give a little backstory. Obviously, we are just 14 months since the passing of Taylor Hawkins. Foo Fighters is one of the biggest bands in the world. It's like a freight train that can't be stopped for 25, 27, 28 years in 2023. And it seemed like they were on top of the world. Huge, one of the biggest rock bands in the world, dropped an incredible album, Medicine at Midnight. They made their very funny horror comedy movie, Studio 666. They put out 2 EPs. One was a Bee Gees and disco covers album called the DGs. Maybe for Dave Grohl's, but also the DGs, and pretty funny. And they also put out a record that was the soundtrack to the Studio 666 album under the name Dream Widow, which Taylor did not drum on, but Dave did all the drumming on that. But, we don't know if there are leftover tracks or covers or anything that the band didn't release with Taylor. I don't have a strong sense that they're amassing a bunch of tunes and leftover stuff. I feel like they just record whatever they go into each album. And that's kind of what the deal is. So Taylor passes away. I don't know about you. Just like when anybody died, I remember where I was when Jeff Hanneman died. I remember where I was when Lemmy died. I really haven't never recovered from the death of Lemmy. I remember where I was when I heard that Trevor Stannard died. And I was actually at a concert when Taylor Hawkins passed away. My phone started blowing up. I talk about this in the review. Honestly, I had no way to separate it. And, it was just shocking. Just shocking. Even if you don't like the band or you didn't like him, he was a great personality and a great ambassador for rock music. So he also loved metal. He had a metal covers band for a long time that he was part of called Chevy Metal. He had his own solo band. He drummed on many other albums from people. So, it's just a loss. And then so Foo Fighters, said they would go on. They did these 2 global tribute charity concerts to Taylor, raised a lot of money, played with a cavalcade of drummers. There was a lot of speculation since the fall about who would take the drum slot. It ended up being Josh Freese, but of course he didn't play on the album. Dave Grohl did, played all the drums. And, we have what we have now. But Here We Are, out today, June 2nd, from the band's own imprint, Roswell Records. So I am going to start the countdown timer and just give you a brief review of the album. So give me 1 second. Where is my countdown timer? We did this the other day and it's hella annoying. So I'm really gonna try to get in under 5. Because it is ridiculous when it beeps. All right. We're underway. In a word, I described But Here We Are as a sprawling album. The entire album is, in fact, a tribute album to Taylor. It seems like at least all of the songs have some kind of allusion to his passing. 9 of them deal very directly in and around coping with the loss of his death. Obviously, he was Dave Grohl's best friend, and he was integral to the band. So how do you carry forward? How do you grieve publicly? After the pandemic, Foo Fighters were a band that kind of healed everybody else, the whole human race, seemingly with their music, bringing it for one of the first bands to come back to touring, and just all their shows are a very emotional affair, like a big party, but also like a lot of highs and lows emotionally. And this album also has that same vibe, but at heart, it's a very sad album. At the same time as it's got these devastatingly sad lyrics about the loss of their friend, a lot of the songs are very triumphant and like heavy rock, classic Led Zeppelin, Rush, Thin Lizzy, just these very powerful anthemic songs that the band is known for writing. So overall, it's a very strong rock record, but there's these very somber, light moments that are very mournful. Kind of remind me a lot of a Nick Cave album, who's had to deal with a lot of personal loss and written a lot about grief. And Alice in Chains' album Black Gives Way to Blue, which was their comeback record and kind of a dedication to Lane Staley, their fallen frontman. So, it's a heavy record emotionally more than anything, and there are some tremendous songs. Obviously, we got 4 singles out of the 10 tracks. Some of the other songs that are just absolutely incredible are Hearing Voices, The Glass, Nothing at All, Show Me How, we've heard already, as well as The Teacher. Both those tracks feature Dave Grohl's daughter, Violet, who I think is a future star in the making as a singer, probably a pop singer, but she certainly could sing rock. And the final song, Rest, is just an absolute gut punch. Really, if you love this band and especially have a connection to Taylor, this song is just very poignant and honest and raw about Dave's feelings about losing his friend. At the same time, again, there are tremendous performances on this album, from hooky and catchy guitars, a couple of really neat solos, some tremendous guitar work, great riffs, catchy melodies, and of course the drumming by Dave. We have to be honest, I don't know if my mind was playing tricks on me, but sometimes it almost sounds like Taylor's drumming, like Dave was trying to channel Taylor's drumming style. And obviously Dave has drummed on many Foo Fighters projects, but Taylor really came into his own as a songwriter and a contributor to the band a while back. And this is a Hall of Fame band. So when I say that the musicianship and the songwriting on this album is excellent, I kid you not. Just to sum it up, like I said, it's a very heavy record. If you really love this band and you love Taylor, it's going to hit you extra hard. But I tried, as much as I'm very close to it as a fan, I tried to separate myself out and just take these songs as they are, as components and just pieces of a whole, as a whole album and a concept album about loss and grieving and how to get through the other side. And there is a bit of a silver lining in a lot of songs. There's a hopeful ending on at least half the songs, where it talks about all this very heavy stuff, and then it kind of brings you back and gives you a little bit of hope, a little spark of hope. So I gave this record a 9 out of 10 in my review, and I stand by that for this live review. And I want to know what you think. If you're a fan of the Foo Fighters, drop a comment. Let us know what you think of this album. But now we're here, out now, everywhere on Roswell Records. I'm going to stop the countdown timer at 45 seconds left. So that's pretty cool. I've been getting these done in under 5 minutes, which is the goal. That's the stated goal. I will take that out, bring myself back. And that's our 5-minute review of Foo Fighters and their new album. Again, drop us a comment. Tell us what you think. Suggest the next record for me to review. I think I'm definitely going to do a review of the new Creeping Death record. I might do a live review of the new Royal Thunder. There's a few other things coming out this month I might like to try my hand at. But if you got something you want to hear me talk about first, let me know in the comments and I will help provide. I'm Keefy from Ghost Cult Mag. Thanks for hanging out with us. And we'll see you in the next video. Peace.